Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We are doing bounties this episode, so we've got to extract another 10 powers before we then go through and do our different wearing sets up to GR55. In order to do those extractions, we need more corrupted angel flesh and one more West March holy water. So let's start in Act 4, and we'll see if we can do these relatively quickly and see how many resources we actually get. Now, it has been a good couple of days since I last played, so it might take a moment for me to just get back in the swing of it. But seeing as we have our massive upgraded weapon, we have our proper gem in our helmet, I don't foresee any problems, really. I see you over there. Let's grab all those death breaths. I don't foresee any problems, he says, and then immediately gets himself into it. I mean, the issue is entirely of my own making. I activated our lore, which meant that not all the cooldown reductions we were getting from the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac was coming into our Akarat's champion. This, however, is much better. As we know, getting stopped like that is pretty much a death sentence. Only 10 mobs left in here. And there we go. May as well do this while we're in the neighborhood. Let's see what we get. Some bits and bobs. Okay, let's move on to kill Iswal, do the boss fight. Not that he's a particularly big boss, but he is still a boss. He counts, you know, he's got importance in the world of demons. A little bit of gravitas as he swaggers around heaven and hell. Oh, I forgot we were still wearing our Nemesis braces. Well, I mean, that's just going to be more death breaths for us, really. There's not really much to kill around here, which means not really much coming in terms of things for Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac and our cooldowns. We do rely on actually killing things to remain effective. It's an unfortunate but honest position to be in. Ooh, more plans. Let's grab those. I'm going to ignore most of the guys down the other path. Hello. Not going to ignore you, though. And here we go, into the Great Span.
Not yet.
Splat, splat. And there he goes. I will get the chest. Oh, wait. Did I say you guys could join the party? I did not. Right, Gardens of Hope. The next bounty is in our sights, and actually it's just down here. So we are on Torment 16 to try and get the maximum number of resources from this. Speed bonus! so slow from getting hit by the thing from the heavens. Next one will be significantly faster, and so on and so forth. And now, Fenring, where are you? There you are. He's got quite a beefy charge on him. Definitely one to be concerned about. But we were a little bit slapdash with that. Let's put our point into the life regen. Every little bit will help. Don't mind me, guys. Just, you know, coming through. No! Do not like that fire. Anyway, I will have a look at those boots there. Oh, I can't resist, like, green drops, orange drops. You've just got to have a look at them. Doesn't matter if it's on target for what you're doing or not. It's the rules. I don't make the rules, but I am always happy to enforce them. It does feel like we're not being particularly efficient. But it's always going to be tricky when you rely on multiple items to get back your wrath level. Because this costs us 30, and each thing it hits, it refunds a little bit. Which is actually from one of our items in the cube, I believe. Or am I going completely insane? Oh, it returns 5 wrath and... yeah. So every item returns 5. So in order for it to refund, it needs to hit at least 6. That's not going to happen most of the time. Huh. Very nice looking boots. Let's just clear some space and we'll move on to the next bounty.
Did you forget to eat again? No. In fact, I decided to get the things out of the way all at once. I kept asking what I couldn't.
These are not worth us holding on to. So we'll just salvage them up. Drop, drop, drop. And on to the final bounty, which is Salval. In reality, because we're regenning Wrath, we don't actually need to hit quite that many mobs. But we do still need to hit mobs. Right, so with the big boss gone, we just need another 53 things to kill. And it looks like there's going to be lots of these little guys dotted around. Which works out alright for us. I'll leave Cormac to fight that one while we go after a nice pack of them. Guess Cormac didn't actually kill it, seeing as it followed us round. Poor guy. He tries, but he's basically a shield for us. Unfortunately, with things being spread so far apart, we're not able to manage our Akarat's champion cooldowns correctly. Yeah, this is better. Give me a nice big group. 2 more to go. You guys will fit that perfectly. Okay, let's head back and see how many resources we get. Come on, Tyrael. Give it to me, baby. Okay. 22. That is definitely enough. So we just need to do a set of Act 5 bounties. We should be able to run through them in pretty much no time. So Salvation. It's a decent Envious Blade. And Griswold's Perfection. I'm going to actually start saving up blood shards now. So that we can just try and get barbarian stuff when we do move across. Yeah. Let's so 100% critical chance against enemies at full health could mean a lot of one-shotting. So I'm going to put this over here. We've got plenty of options, of course, for this. So we'd have to see what's worthwhile and what isn't. In terms of the barbarian stuff, let me actually just change this so it's clear. We've only got the Skull of Savages at the moment. I wouldn't expect to find anything really more. We've found more Witch Doctor stuff, of course. But because we are strength-based, a lot of our stuff is just going to be directly comparable. Actually, while I think about it, let's save this. Yay, I fixed the problem. Okay, so Act 5 bounties, and then we'll just do a whole bunch of extractions for things that will probably be useful. We'll start with the Bound Shaman. Off to a cracking start. Now, in order to try and gain levels on our Barbarian as quickly as possible, we'll probably want to put some... so firstly, get a decent level 70 weapon. And maybe socket Gem of Ease into it. We should have plenty of resources to be able to get a level 70 weapon. I'm not worried about that. Getting a Gem of Ease in it will just make it a lot faster for us to actually level up. I need to pay attention to my cooldowns rather than just nattering and nattering. All of that's going to be after we sort out the actual run through of our existing sets. But if we get full of our blood shards, what I might do is I might roll up a Barbarian and then just start gambling for items on the Barbarian. I think that's probably a more sensible option. Or try making and upgrading items is the other potential. Okay, we are nearly at the Bound Shaman. Bound Shaman should be really easy, just because of our mobility. The biggest problem I always find with it is getting around between the different groups. So I completely screwed that up right at the start. Okay, we are out of cooldown. Managed to get it back round though. Still got loads of time though. This is where having the horse is just so useful. And there we go. We definitely didn't deserve the second chest, but I suppose we achieved the objectives. So, you know, I'll take it, I'll take it. Urzil is our boss for this one. We don't care about facing him early. So we'll just move through them in order. These little guys are annoying because they have a tendency to hide. We do have a lot of enemies to kill in here, but there's so many of them that I'm not really worried about us hitting or not hitting. That is a lot of range stuff going on though. A lot of ranged, a lot of underground. I was just thinking, if that guy summons, then maybe we should have left him alive just to make it a little bit easier on getting the last bits, but there'll be plenty of others. Okay, just another 16 to go. I'm sorry, but I can't just leave these guys here. I want that amulet as well, right? Let's make this area safe to leave. And we'll move on to the next bounty, which is going to be Urzil. Cormac. Cormac, you did not stop it touching me. You have failed in your duty. Little doggos. Let's kill them before Akrat's champion wears off. Because otherwise they'll have a nibble and we'll end up kind of stuck in place. The other thing that we're going to have to help us out with our Barbarian is all the Garrigan levels. It's going to be quite a significant boost to our character if we're starting with 295 additional strength or vitality. I might actually just go for vitality if we're going for a level 70 weapon. Because then we don't have to worry about dying. And we can pretty much guaranteed kill everything as quickly as we need to. They got me just in the 2 or 3 frames in between Akrat's champion being at. It's not this way. We got to go down, down, and then across. Almost there. I will take all of those though. The rest, however, we don't really need to deal with, so let's just push in. Hi, Ezreal.
My master.
Yeah, I am your master. So glad you recognized it. Nice try with that little flamethrower. I quite like his flamethrower. I like to try it out. If that was one of the unique items that you could get, and it had a very unique way of attacking, I think that's something that's probably missing from Diablo 3. And you've got things like Cluck Eye where you actually fire a chicken, but it's not quite the same as like a truly unique effect, because it's still, in the end, an arrow. Let's get a friend and some reinforcements for them out. Grab all of this, and then we'll actually come back and do this. So that's one prison done. Oh, did I miss a... Maybe I missed a goblin. Oh, it's distinctly possible. No, we're not doing your thing, lady. We're busy opening death's prisons. Let's get more skeletal minions. Come on, minions. You're supposed to be keeping everything at bay. As it is, I'm doing all the heavy lifting. Okay, one more to find. Which I'm guessing is not in this entire section, so let's push a bit further down. See if it appears on our map as an indicator. I do very much like the graveyard as a place to fight good mob density. This is a good place to come for farming death's breaths. Right, let's get this done quickly before they touch us. Okay, on to the final one, which is the Cursed Forum. And then we could do our extractions. I heard a goblin. And let's just wait for Akarat's champion to come back and... we'll have all of these things.
Patience.
I think we're going to go around... No, it's not we're going to go around that way. We're going to go around the other way. So up to the right and then down to the right. Oh, stuck in a super slow animation. And then we're stuck not being able to attack again because it loves doing that. It's probably like there's five cooldown frames after the attack itself, and then those just get really exacerbated out. This is why it's important to keep killing. Ooh, that looked interesting. Might have just been because of the lightning on it, but... Okay, up this way and hopefully down to the right again. I love Avengers. They just get so stupidly large. That's the way down to the right. Let's try having a look this way. This works. This works very nicely. Yeah, this area is not great for our cooldowns in general because the monster density is a bit weird. Probably should have waited for Akarats to be ready to go, but we managed to get it reset in time. Oh, didn't quite get enough. 96 before the timer expired. That was pretty close.
I need to go back.
Let's grab this. Oh, we're full. All right. Well, let's just head back. We'll ID our stuff, clear some space, hand it in with Tyrael. Not necessarily in that order. Okay, so Tyrael is giving us a full stack of 22 West March Holy Water. So we've definitely got enough to do our extractions. Hey, Soul Smasher! Ah, that's gonna be a good one to be leveling with that in the cube. All right, so let's do some extractions. We need to do 10, so Soul Smasher is a brilliant start. Death Bargains, sure. Sever, sure.
Access to a wondrous artifact of old, and that's what you want to do. Very well.
Oh, listening to the Undaunted. Let's actually just head up here very quickly. So in terms of these, oh yeah, we do have both of them. So we've got plenty of choices if we wanted to do Legacy of Nightmares. I'm just going to salvage up those because they can't be extracted. And clear a little bit of space. Right, so in terms of things that we're going to pull out, that could be useful, that could be useful. Convention of Elements, definitely useful. And assuming we're going to transfer all the kit across as well, we've already got a Unity in the cube. So the rest of them, it's just going to be what we feel like. Let's do those. That's going to be more than enough for what we need.
Access to a wondrous artifact of old, and that's what you want to do with it. Very well. You're imaginative, aren't you?
There we go. Level 40 seasonal cubist. No reason for us to extract the remaining items. We can always do that with the barbarian if we decide to. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of very cool items. Oh, we've got two cores of the Sherm as well. We can salvage one of those up. Okay, so with the Cubist done, we need to start working on Dynasty. So we've already got the Aegis of Valor. This is to reach GR55. Now, GR55 is the equivalent, all the way down here, of Torment 12. So it's not too bad. Okay, let's have a look at what we've potentially got that we can use. So the Towers of Light is a Blessed Hammer Falling Sword build. So we can definitely work with that. Runner's Determination and everything else. That's a Shield Bash based one. Shield Bash Sweep Attack. We know that that's going to work relatively well. In fact, we've basically already got that one ready. Except obviously some items are not exactly in place for it. So if we wanted to do Roland stuff, we could use Flail of the Ascended. Or we could just keep with our absolutely massive one that we know works well. Knowing that we're using the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, we can just carry on wearing our very nice helmet as well. And in terms of what's in the cube, yeah, the Golden Flens. So this is just going to be about running through and smacking everything with the Golden Flens. And with Sweep Attack. Which is probably going to be fine, actually, looking at it. It's not the most intelligent build, but it'll certainly work. Let's take this off, put it there, and instead we will put on Call of the Sherma. So we'll potentially be blinding things as well. That actually adds a new option onto our list. Oh, that'll be the damage increase for Justice. GR55 Torment 12 is not too difficult, as I've said before, so we'll probably be fine just running as we are. And seeing as this is low rank, we may as well empower. Yeah, this is not going to be a problem at all. And actually, based on how easily and quickly things are dying, I think we could probably just make janky builds of the other sets as well and not even worry about specializing with them. So this is the build we put together for the set dungeon. Which, you know, it works pretty well. It was tailored for the set dungeon. We're only doing sweep attack with it rather than shield bash. But okay, let's have a little look at the map. Right, we're going down this way. I wasn't certain that the way on was this way, but it was a pretty good chance. Speed pylon, definitely like that. I mean, just look at how quickly we monster through them with sweep attack. It really, really does make a big difference. And because we're permanently at maximum wrath, we're never taking any damage. Because we've got Unity and Aquila Cuirass helping out. And Akarat's Champion just as a backup. Not sure if marching is the right phrase for what we're doing here, but I appreciate your vigor. Actually, where is the way on? Is it down this little bit? Oh, it is. All right. Power pylon. Because, you know, we need more power. And in fact, rather than putting things in Bane and Stricken, I'm going to put them in the Gem of Ease. That's the best thing that we can do at this point. Splat. There we go. So I'll grab all of this. There we go. Fresh Pain Enhancer. And this is all going to go in the Gem of Ease. So this is going to increase the amount of experience that our Barbarian will be getting as he levels up.
If you have a gem of sufficient count, I can try to do this for you as well, champion. I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I'm returning to town.
So that's ticked off one more. Yeah, let's salvage stuff up. Put our single lovely point in. I am actually just going to move the Gem of Ease right to the top, just so that it's the next in line after the ones we're wearing. Pain Enhancer, that can come in. Lacuni Prowlers and the Herald of Righteousness. Everything here could just get salvaged up. So a very, very straightforward run through with Roland's set. Let's just save that so we can go back to it in the future and re-equip our old bit. Let's make sure that everything's come back as it should. Yes. Alright, so what are we going to do with the Invoker set? Hack is in the cube. Really, we'd want Boyarsky's chip. So let's actually just bring stuff across and swap it over. And then we can look at like what's best in slot for each of these. But I want to get them just in place first. Okay, so we want to be doing bombardment. So we need Belt of the Trove. Okay. In addition, Punish and Slash are increased by 100% and deal lots of Thorns damage. So I think we'll do Slash. Slash and Carve. The rest of these we're probably fine with. Maybe not Heaven's Fury. Maybe we'll have Bombardment so we can naturally bombard. Oh, we want Barrels of Spikes. That's why we want Bombardment on, so we can specify. And then the rest of these are probably okay. Let's have a look and check. We want Iron Maiden instead of Long Arm of the Law. And I don't know if we need anything else. Lord Commander could be interesting. I don't think we need to manually reduce our bombardment. We'll be able to blitz through quite a lot. Okay. In terms of what's in the cube, rather than Stone Gauntlets, rather than Shield of Fury, we're going to go for Heart of Iron. So that's giving us a big stack of thorns. I'm going to swap this out for Boyarsky's chip. Over here, Fate of the Fell. We could put Envious Blade in. No, we're putting Hack in. That's what we're doing. And we'll keep Unity and Stone Gauntlets. I think that's probably a reasonable setup. So we have a full set of this. We could wear a different piece of armor. And then have something else over here. As in we could find a Heart of Iron and wear that. Maybe having Convention of Elements in. Or the Angel Hair Braid. Let's see how we go. It doesn't need to be perfect to start off with. It just needs to feel reasonably okay. So we're bombing everyone every 4 seconds and we're taking less damage. And our Thorns is increased every time we block or use Punish or Slash, which we're doing. Okay, where is Shen? Now, this is by no means an optimized build. Please do not believe it to be such. Let's just check for other armor pieces. And in fact, we can put these in so that they're ready to just swap back. Okay, that is better, so we'll have that. We don't have a ring of raw. We do have a ring of raw grandeur, so we could wear these and get a bit of extra toughness and damage. Or we could wear both of these and put Belt of the Trove in the cube. No, let's keep to what we're doing. I think our setup's probably fine. It's by no means optimized. The helmet would give us more damage. The shoulders would give us better across the board. All right, let's do that. Shoulders are in. I think it'll be fine. So, Greater Rift, Torment 12. In fact, I'm gonna save this setup just in case.
Patience.
Yeah, this is gonna be fine. It doesn't feel like the most powerful. Oh, I forgot Bianski's chip. So we're doing this without our optimized thorns. I mean, nothing about this build is optimized, but it's more than enough to get us through Torment 12. I still got Stone Gauntlets in. I do still have Stone Gauntlets in. Maybe that was a mistake. Yeah, Stone Gauntlets might have been a mistake without our massive cooldown reductions. Shield pylon, so I don't care about most of this. So many buffs down there. I love it. This would be much slower without the shield pylon. So now the shield pylon's gone, we're going to have to probably be just a little bit more careful. Let's just go up this way. Still, we're not in a rush. It doesn't need to be an optimized build in order to work. Okay, we are about 2/3 of the way through at the moment. Luckily, we can just kind of like move through mobs and they will die by our thorns. I'm glad that the Belt of the Trove actually triggers by itself. Because at times this kind of getting turned to stone is going to get very painful. Well, there is some elites in here. I thought I had completely wasted all that, which would have made me sad. Okay, let's push on through. Okay, 96%. I would like to have Akrats up for the Rift Guardian. Okay. Bash, 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 bash. Okay, so not the most efficient run through, but it definitely worked. We'll put these points into Gem of Ease, as you would expect. And head back and hand this in. Unfortunately, we're out of time for today. We have gone just a little bit over, so we've still got more ones that we're going to need to do with our Crusader before we move across and roll up a Barbarian character. But this has been loads of fun. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.